Hi, Leo. Welcome to your tarot message. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to pull a traditional Celtic cross spread. Whatever message comes out is what the collective needs to hear at this time. I've set that intention with this deck and with my guides. So if you are here because this popped up in your feed, then this message is for you. And if you are here because of the title, then this message is definitely for you. So let's get into your message and see what Spirit has for you. Four of Swords, rest, healing, doing some introspection here. So be sure and like the message for me. Definitely subscribe to my channel if you like the messages. All of your interactions really help to grow my channel, but they also help push the messages out so that others can get the guidance they need as well. So I really appreciate you guys doing that. On the bottom of the deck, we had that Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords, again, is about like pulling your energy back, really, kind of getting some rest, relaxation, and doing some introspection, right? Maybe trying to reassess a situation or, just using like breath work, meditation, journaling, that type of stuff to really like calm your nervous system and find the answers that you have within, right? Maybe you've been going through a rough time and you're just pulling your energy back or you really need to pull your energy back, right? If you haven't been resting and taking care of yourself, I feel like now is the time to do that. Because it's necessary, right? We need to be able to move forward with clear mind and have more energy, but you need to rest in order to do that. So the situation is the Empress, and the Empress is about that divine feminine energy, right? Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. It's just energy. But she is very loving, very creative. She is very abundant, right? Like she creates everything that she wants and she's open to receiving it, right? She allows everything that she wants to be birthed into her life and she doesn't rush or force it, right? She's relaxed and she's trusting that her passion and her creativity produce that powerful magnetism that's going to attract everything that she wants, right? She is just very open to receive. The blockage here is the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is about feeling trapped, feeling restricted, like really feeling like you can't change your current reality, right? This is like a very self-imposed prison is what I call it. You're just stuck in your thought patterns and your limiting beliefs, and you're not able to move forward because you are overthinking situations, right? You're not seeing a way out and you can't move forward because you're holding everything inside and it makes you feel powerless, right? Like you can't do anything about it. Like you can't change anything. The root cause of this is the Five of Pentacles. So this is about pentacles are like tangible money, mindset. Maybe you've lost a job. Maybe this is just you really focusing on lack. And that can be financially, physically, mentally. You're just focused on all of the things that you don't have. And you feel like you're stuck and not able to change your circumstances, right? And, that Five of Pentacles energy, it is a mindset, again, just needing to change your thoughts around what you do have and really trying to see the situation differently, trying not to focus on the lack. So in the recent past, what is still affecting the situation, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles is about work, right? Like really honing in on your skill set and productivity, really putting in a lot of work here. And I feel like maybe you've been feeling burned out. Maybe you feel undervalued, right? Like people are not valuing your work or who you are as a person, right? And I just feel like you feel overworked and underpaid type of energy, right? And maybe even overworking. And that doesn't even have to be like in your job, right? It can just be in all areas of life, right? Like you feel mentally burnt out, spiritually burnt out. Again, you have that four of swords there. I just feel like rest and some introspection is very much needed. So, the message from your guides or your higher self, we have the star. And the star is about this hope and renewal for the future, right? After something painful or some kind of transformation, right? Maybe whatever this loss is, or this focus on lack, right? Like maybe you can't find a job, maybe you can't find, love, whatever it is for you that you've been feeling in lack with. I feel like this is spirit telling you to have hope for the future and renew your faith in things to come because this is like an inspiration for you and get back into that creative flow and utilize the gifts that you have within you, right? Because you need to heal your mind, body, and spirit before you can really move forward. And I feel like that's what that rest is, that four of swords there. That is really taking care of yourself, but also don't lose faith in the future. Don't lose faith in your hopes and your dreams, your wishes, right? Because this is very much a wish fulfillment card. I feel like this is just spirit coming in here to remind you to have faith that just because you're going through a tough time or you're feeling stuck in a situation doesn't mean that you are, right? There is always hope for the future. So in the immediate future, we have the Ten of Pentacles, and I love that. So the Ten of Pentacles is stability. This is wealth. This is, like an inheritance. This is focused on long-term stability here. So you could be getting an inheritance. You don't have to be, for that may just be for some of you, but this is again like really creating from a place of abundance, alongside those that you care about and love, right? And that could be family, that could be a loved one, that could just be your friends, right? Or people that you really care about, whatever you consider your family, because this is very much a family oriented card. But then it's also like, really focusing on that long term future that you want to create for yourself, right? Because with an inheritance, this does happen overnight, but with the Ten of Pentacles, generally, it is built over a period of time. What do you want long term? What do you want to build? What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind, right? And I feel like you're really going to start focusing on what it is you want to build and what it is you want to leave behind here. So, in your thoughts and feelings, we have the Ace of Wands. The aces are gifts from spirit, right? And this is about being open to new possibilities because with every gift, there's an opportunity, right? But you have to be open to that opportunity in order to move forward, right? So, you could be with the reversed, this could be you hesitating around taking action. Maybe you're, fearing that it's not the right time, or you're feeling like, things aren't going to work out. You're fearing some type of failure, or you're just fearing getting out of your comfort zone, right? You're very comfortable. Sometimes we can stay in this thought pattern of this self-imposed prison and this lack mindset, and we're not taking the actions to move forward because we fear the change, or we fear taking that leap of faith. Like, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if this doesn't work out? What if that doesn't work out, right? And I feel like that's where you need to pull your energy back, that Four of Swords, and really do some introspection here, and also trust that things are working out. Have hope for the future, because just because situations aren't where you want them to be right now, again, does not mean that they will not change, that they will not come in. So, this is like that creative spark, and really finding your passion and your joy again. And then, going after some kind of create inspired like creative project, or like just a fresh new beginning, right? Like you're probably really wanting a fresh new beginning, but you could also be fearing change or fearing taking some sort of action. So, in your energy, the influence here is the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is wealth. This is stability. This is, building that wealth over time again. And he is very grounded and stable. This is earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So, you could have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in your chart. You could have, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming in here. This could be a boss figure, a father figure, right? It doesn't even have to be your father, just like this father type of energy coming in here. This could be someone that's passed on that's in your energy, right? This is just that grounded, stable energy and really focusing on how to build stability, how to move forward, and then using your resources wisely, right? Like he takes action from a very grounded place and doesn't do it based on fear or emotions. He is just very grounded and stable, that earth energy. In your hopes or fears, we have the 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands is burnout, right? Like you're probably fearing the worst, right? Like you're probably fearing that this is never going to end, or that you have all these responsibilities and all of these overwhelming, opinions of others, or just tasks that you need to take care of, right? You could be feeling very overwhelmed and very burnt out. But I also feel like this is you like really hoping to end this cycle, right? Because tens are the end, and he is right here at his house, right? So once he gets there, he can just release all of these burdens. So you're probably hoping to be able to release these burdens and release any of this overwhelm that you're feeling. And the potential outcome here is the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is moving on and accepting a lesson and then embarking on like a healing journey, right? So in the card, it is moving forward. And this person is in this boat and they're being led across this river, right? Well, all of the water around them is very choppy. It is very, chaotic, and they're moving into calm water. So I feel like you are moving into a more peaceful, more calm period. Things are going to kind of settle down for you. This could be just mentally, right? Because swords are air energy, which is about our thoughts. And you have been stuck in like this mental prison, right? So I feel like this is your mindset really transitioning. There is peace, there's calm coming in here. And you're really kind of, accepting a lesson that you're not in lack, right? Like understanding that just because you're not where you want to be doesn't mean you won't get there, right? Again, this mindset change and really focusing on what you want to build instead of focusing on what you're lacking, right? Because we're never where we always want to be, right? Like it's never like I'm never going to have enough money, I'm never going to have enough knowledge, I'm never going to have enough of anything, right? But when I focus on that, it's really daunting or it's really sad, right? But that's a normal part of life. Like I'm always striving for more. Like I always want more money. I always want more intelligence. I always want more friends, more happiness, more joy, right? That's part of living. So really just focus on where you want to go and what you want to build. And I feel like that's going to help your mindset and kind of transition you into this more peace and calm type of energy, right? And again, with meditation, journaling, whatever it is that regulates your nervous system, right? That could be listening to music, that can be going for a walk, maybe like, really strengthening your spiritual practice and really focusing on that. It's going to take you into a more peaceful time, but you're definitely moving into some calmer waters here. You have some more peaceful times ahead, and moving on from that, this mental prison that you've kept yourself in, moving on from burnout and really building something solid and stable here. I feel like there's some maybe creative inspiration that's going to come in here and really help ground you in and move you forward. So I hope that message helped, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.